Hi, I'm Sal, and over a month ago, January of this year in 2013, I made a video, and it was called A Second Chance, and it was about uh, when I when I joined in September of last year, in 2012, Momentum Education. My son and my daughter-in-law took the courses, and they enrolled me, and that was one of the best decisions I made because I realized that uh, throughout those classes, and the classes were finished in January of this year, the middle of January of this year in 2013, that I realized that my life is changed in a way because I realized that in 21 years after my wife died in 1991, I was stuck. I was stuck. And sometimes I didn't even realize I was stuck. Financially, I put food on the table. I got side jobs. It wasn't like the jobs that I had before because my life started to tumble down a little bit after my wife died. And I had a house. I sold my house. I moved into a smaller apartment. And it got to the point where I was just existing, okay? But then I realized when I took the courses in Momentum Education in September of last year, in 2012, it's like all of a sudden I realized that, I made those choices. I made those choices to be miserable. I made those choices. In 2009, I had a heart attack. And then, when it got to the point of even last year, it was like, well, why don't my kids come to see me? How come there's a distance between us? I have 3 children, 8 grandchildren, and yet I feel like I'm lonely most of the time. Then I realized by taking these courses, I realized that I was being selfish because they even told me at a point when I asked them, am I selfish? Because I realized I'm getting selfish and I made certain choices in my life that I really didn't really enjoy making. And I wasn't even aware that I was making it. But they were very honest with me and told me, well, a lot of times you talk about your heart attack, you talk about mommy dying, you talk about certain bills that you have to pay, and sometimes we just don't want to be around that. Okay, and I realized that. So a whole life opened up to me. Okay, and one of the main reasons that I'm talking to you now about that second chance that I had, because I'm realizing now that after the course is over, I'm getting back into certain habits that I don't want to get back into. But see, now I'm aware of it. And that's why I want to talk to you about it, because you may be doing the same thing. Sometimes, when you're accountable with the team members and the staff and the trainer, you get everything out in the open and you say, okay, this is what I did, this is what I didn't do. And you kind of like say, okay, I know I have to try harder and here, back and forth, but there's some accountability there, okay? And what I'm saying to you is that there's so many goals that I wanted to do. I wanted to learn Spanish, and I'm doing that now every day. I'm getting better and better in it. Okay, maybe the next video I'll talk in Spanish to you, but it's just like unbelievable how I wrote a first draft of a book, okay, in 3 months, okay, and now I want to write a novel I want to write about a prevention of suicide because I have a passion to help people of not taking their lives. Okay, and it just annoys me. I see 18-year-olds, 21-year-olds, and I lost 21 years of my life. When I see a life like 18 to 21, there's a wonderful, beautiful life right there, and they just take their life. They just commit suicide. And the numbers are astounding. When I start reading the figures, it gets me very, very down when I read them, but it also motivates me to do something about it. Somebody told me one time, fine, make a difference. It's great if you say to people, I want to make a difference. But another very, very important person also told me, be the difference. Don't just make the difference, be the difference. And that's what I want to do. And that's what I want all of you to do. Be the difference in somebody's life. That first video that I made was called A Second Chance. This video I'm going to name Empower Your Second Chance. Empower it. Don't throw your life away. Even you may be sitting there saying, I'm 21, I'm 18, I'm not thinking about suicide. Well, fine, but don't throw your life away. Do something with your life. Ask yourself, what is the passion? What's my passion? What do I really love to do? How can I move someone else to have a better life? How can I move to have a better life? How can I move somebody else to have a better life? It's a win-win. It's a win-win approach. And that's what I want to emphasize to you. Is that sometimes when you're certain and you're reaching certain goals, don't allow other people to 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 hinder that. Don't allow anybody to come and say, "Oh, I don't approve of that." You don't need their approval. You need your heart's approval. Your heart's approval. Reach towards your goal. Towards your goal. Because I find myself at times where this is what I want to do, and me and my son, who completed the course, he was the one that enrolled me, him and his wife. Okay, we actually are writing a letter of achievements together, and we're holding each other as accountable for that because we need that. I'm writing ebooks now. I'm putting videos. I'm making videos. I just want to get involved with motivational speaking, Spanish, writing books. I want to move. But I want to move to help others. I want to empower that second chance that I was given. And other times when you see little deviations coming along, little distractions coming along, push them away and say to yourself, where's my passion? Where am I at this moment? Where am I? Who am I at this moment? Okay? And move to help yourself. Move to help others. Empower your second chance. And you'll never regret that as long as you live. I thank you.